What's good, guys? I've got a backtesting video for you here today. So I know that I said in my last video that I wasn't going to keep spamming these. I don't want them to be like redundant, too played out, whatever, but I still think they're kind of helpful, and we have a small issue. I love to make the trade recaps. I like to make more recent things for you guys because I want to give you guys that sauce on things that are relevant, but we have a bit of a problem. This was the price action this morning. It's like Monday the 27th right now. I mean, it's a no news Monday, so I didn't have super high expectations, but just with this government shutdown, we're just getting no volume. As a continuation trader, I need some sort of trend, some sort of expansion to trade along with, and we're just not getting that. So I can't put those out for you guys, but like I said, the point of this channel is to give you guys free sauce. I still want to give you some games. So in the meantime, I thought I have a bit of a compromise. I'll do a backtesting video, but we'll do a recent thing. Like we'll do something in 2025 just so that it's more relevant, whatever. So we will just get to that. I'm gonna have it pick a random month, and like I said, we're gonna do 2025 for today. So we got September here. Let me get this set up real quick. If you haven't seen one of these videos before, basically my strategy is just looking for a higher time frame draw for price, and then we're just looking for a good movement toward that draw and then a pullback for an entry. So pretty simple idea. This video probably will be kind of long because I like to give my genuine thoughts in my backtesting videos, but we'll see how the price action is. If I'm able to take a handful of trades, I don't want to drag this video out too long. So if I'm going to take like a handful of trades quickly, I'll just end the video a little bit short, not go through the entire month. We'll just get started. I'm going to try and be thorough and show you guys what I'm thinking when I go through my trades. So this is pretty relevant, so hopefully this is helpful to you guys. This was just last month. So going into this day here, starting off, I'm going to be pretty bullish on this here because although we're kind of making a bit of a downtrend here, the way we swept out this low, and then like if you look at the hourly, I mean, we're taking out all these lows inside of this fair value gap. I imagine we want higher prices, but I do go along with what the trend gives me. So if we want to come down, I mean, that's fine. But ultimately, I want to be more bullish on this day. So I'm going to mark out some bullish targets. Targets I'm marking out are just like higher time frame highs. And then this is the beginning of this fair value gap here. So we'll see what it gives us. We don't really want to long pass this into this fair value gap, and we don't really want to short this gap either. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get an entry here, but we'll just see, like I said, what we get out of this. All right, really slow, like crawl up higher. Was this like a, bro, what day even is this? Was there a holiday? Okay, I'm guessing there's some sort of holiday. Maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm stupid, I don't remember, but we're just going to skip that day. It looks like there was something going on, probably some bank holiday or something. Okay. On this one here, we haven't yet taken out these lows, so I'm going to be pretty bearish toward those lows. And then after that, I mean, we'll see if we want to continue down. It looks like we're going to be inside of a gap, though. Like, I see that we have this gap to the left, so after this low, I imagine we want to come higher. Depends how we, I mean, if we just, like, totally, like, push way through these lows and then inverse this gap, I'll continue to be bearish, maybe, like, down to here. But we'll see what happens out of this. So, off of open, we do take the low. Let's see if we start rejecting. Okay, pretty strong rejection. The next draw higher would be like the beginning of this gap here. There's really a lot that we have to come through. Like in terms of the 5 and 15 minute, like there's a lot here. Like there's all these gaps we'd have to come through. But in terms of like the hourly, this doesn't look like a bad trade to pull back into. I mean, sweeping this low. Slightly more reversal based, but like on the lower time frame off this really strong trend higher. Let's see if we can like get some sort of entry up to. I won't lie, bro. This doesn't look bad. We still have 15 minutes toward the news. We'll just take a stab at this one. Target would be kind of high, 62 points, which is a lot low key, but we have a decent stop loss on this one. I mean, the 5 minute doesn't look bad. 15 minute. I mean, you want to take into account all of your time frames and stuff, but like the thing is, it's never going to be perfect. And like, yes, this isn't amazing, but in terms of a higher time frame, like I feel like the draw is really clear. I just don't think we want to come lower at all. There's nothing wanting to push us lower, so we're gonna try this, and then we'll just probably go trail aggressively or have it like a quick break even on something like this. Okay, yeah, we'll go break even. I mean, we got a bit of a leg down, but massive leg back to the upside. We have news coming. Okay, doesn't even matter. All right, that's a really solid trade to start off on. I hate when I start these off on an L or a break even. It kind of like sets a bad tone. But nice trade here. I mean, again, just going along with this trend, you can see we're pretty bullish here. Bit of a retrace, and then like displacement back to the upside. We enter to the next higher time frame reasonable draw. So go to the next day here. Thank God we started off with the dub, bro. All right. let's see. Okay, on this one again, like the same idea applies. We already took out all these lows inside of this gap. Like I really don't think we want to come lower. I mean, maybe lower time frame slightly, maybe one of these hourly gaps lower, but I feel more bullish on this day. I'm going to mark out this draw as well as this draw, and we'll see what the chart kind of gives us here. Okay, hold up. So we tapped into this gap. Let's see if we go to the next gap or if we start flipping. All right, mid price action right there. Let's see if we start getting like some expansion higher now. All right, starting to move up some. Hold on, let's go to the 5 minute. Okay, we did kind of sweep those highs, which isn't the greatest for longs, but let's see if we get a nice like move back to the upside maybe. All right, no move higher. Hold on, go to the 5 minute here. Starting to look kind of mid. Let's see. Dude, it's really playing with me. I think that it wants to come higher because like I said, there's not really a good like reason to come lower on this, bro. Like it really is just pushing higher. I mean, on the 4 hour, we're inside of this gap, but like hourly, these highs look pretty clear. I mean, we tapped into all these lower like draws and then we're starting to reject hard. Like this hourly gap starting to come up higher. I would be pretty confident in these longs. Maybe we target. Okay, so in terms of a target, this is only 18 points away. So you could definitely just target this at a 1-to-1, or other option is target the second one here, and then you have a bit of a bigger stop loss, which I feel safer with this type of stop loss, especially on the 5 minute. Like, yeah, I would definitely feel safer with this stop loss. And then at this, you'd either start trailing or go break even at that first draw. So I'm not going to go break even right here because like we're only 5 points up. I don't really like doing that much because we're just like pretty much guaranteed to get tapped out. Okay. All right, yeah, we're gonna for sure start trailing on this one because once we take out this draw, like now, hold on, actually, we're past the 4 hour gap now. I don't really see us coming lower on this. Maybe we're gonna leave our stop loss way down here. We're not gonna start trailing yet, but okay, yeah, nice on this one. Good delivery there. Hold on, already 2-0. We're only on Wednesday. Okay, see how this goes. Going solid so far. All right. Hold on. I was going to mark out that low, but I don't really like this range. Let's see what... Okay, yeah, we start coming up off open. In terms of a higher draw, though, there's not really anything great in here because I don't really want to trade into this 4 hour gap. So let's just see if we take this high. Not even. All right, we're chopping, bro. There's the news. Starting to come slightly lower. In terms of a lower draw, again, like we took all these lows out. I don't really want to short into this gap. This day's probably cooked. I mean, it's starting to come for this high, but this price action is just not ideal. Yeah, bro. There's just like nothing really I want in here. Okay, next day. See. Oh, good. We pushed through most of that. I think this is when we were starting to get up to all-time highs, right? Should be all-time highs right here. 24. Let me make sure, but hold up. Yeah, it's got to be. Okay. So down to the 4 hour here. We did just like push past a lot of highs right here. We're really high up on this trend. So again, it might be retrace time. Took this out. I haven't yet taken out like this kind of area. I'm going to mark out like just this here because I probably wouldn't want to target this next high for like a couple extra points. I'm not going to be stingy on that. And then we had a news candle here. I mean, if we want to retrace, the retrace would be down to that news candle, I think. Then we might start pushing higher. We might want to see one of these gaps, but again, we'll see what it gives us. We're definitely more bullish overall, though. So, let's see here. Go to the 5 minute. That's a nice 5 minute candle higher. I don't want to force anything yet because this price action's mid, but like this inverse could be like a sign that we want to come up for those next highs. All right, again, here comes the chop, bro. What are we doing? Go to the 5 minute here. All right, starting to come for those lows hard. Now let's see, maybe we get a retrace before hitting these news lows. No retrace, it just dumped down to that. Okay, in terms of this, there was a gap here. Let's just see. Yeah, it's kind of just, all right, it's starting to slow down. I didn't really like any of this price action in here. Like these wicks are just annoying. It wasn't really super clean trend for this day. So, Okay, first thing I'm seeing here, targeting up into this. The reason I marked out this body is just because, like, this is a really high wick. I would not want to get edged on this again. Like, I'm not worried about these extra points. Like, if we start coming higher toward this, I don't want to, like, get cooked on this. Okay, instantly starts coming higher. Once we're, like, inversing this gap, I'm going to be looking pretty hard for the longs. See if we can get an entry. Okay. I don't like that 5-minute wick, but hold on, are we through the gap? We are looking like we're pushing through the gap. This 5-minute wick is kind of cooked, but this is a fat like displacement back to the upside. Let's see, what was this point here? 36 points. Like, maybe it would be nice to see one more candle higher, because otherwise, I mean, it's not terrible, but like it would have been nice to see maybe one more candle higher, and then we could for sure go like an easy break even, like pretty much sure that we'd go break even. I just didn't like this massive move to the downside. We'll just try this one for the culture. Let's try it. See what happens here. Okay, bruh. All right, break even. Now that we took out this internal high, this price action is kind of mid, bro. Not gonna lie, dude. Okay. I mean, I'm slightly trailing. Not that it really matters. I don't really want to trail past like a lot of these bodied candles. Like, I don't want to be trailing into here. I know this really isn't that much difference, but like it shouldn't come to this point if we're pushing higher. Okay, we'll go to like here. Nice. Okay, hold on. Are we 3-0 right now? I'm feeling good today, bro. I'm shooting good. Okay, let's see. Go to the 4 hour. Nice. FX replay's cooked, bro. All right, here we go. Let's see. This is crazy hourly time frame here, bro. Like, there's just I'm gonna see what it gives us. I think we come higher, but all right, starting to deliver something lower in terms of 4 hour. Did we already tap this? Hold on, I can't tell. No, not yet. We're gonna mark this out. Maybe this looks like the next best draw, but we're probably gonna take it here if anything. All right, that's a little bit of a retrace. I don't want to enter into this though. I know we did tap that 5-minute gap, but it just feels super low on this to be entering. Yeah, it's kind of okay. That makes sense. All right, fat wick higher. Interesting wick right there. Let's see. Now we're kind of starting to come down. All right, I imagine we want to take these lows, but I'm not trading any of this. I'm just going to see if we take the lows. Go to the 5-minute. Just get this over with. All right, I guess we don't even. We'll just move to the next day. Hourly here. Hold on. Did we get the... This was all-time highs, right? Should be... This one. Yeah, okay. All-time highs is right here. I want to be careful because this is quite the wick up at all-time highs. Like, I don't want to get edged out of this, bro. But this would be like the main target. We also have news below, but like, I mean, all-time highs is going to be a stronger draw than like this news candle. We also have a news high too, but all right. It would low-key be tough if we take out this news, flip, and just start going toward all-time highs, because there would be like nothing making me want to push lower. Potential entry to the lows here, big move up, and then you short to the news lows there. Okay. Let's go to the 5-minute here, see if we start flipping toward the highs. Come on. All right, it's dying on momentum, but again, I think that's like the overall sentiment is up to those highs. This would have been the entry. I was tapping through it fast and I was looking for longs, but this would have been the entry. Big move down, retrace here, displacement back to the downside. You could have entered off of this candle targeting the lows. Kind of a slow delivery, but yeah. Okay, next day. How deep are we in this? The 11th, okay. Again, I mean, the all-time highs are here. Oh, wait, no, they're not. All-time highs are up here, but we did get close to them yesterday. All right. This was quite the wick down. I mean, it's respecting this gap, respecting this gap. I want to see us come higher. Maybe we target this high first. Like, this is kind of a dangerous wick to be targeting all the way to the top of, but I imagine we're more bullish here. We also have this news candle. I'm going to mark this out, but we just swept that high. Okay, starting to flip toward this news candle kind of. Let's see, 5-minute, if we get like nice displacement downward. All right, we're not. At least not yet. Okay, definitely want to come higher on this. Not going to go toward that news candle. Let's see if we get like something in here. I mean, I think we want to come for this high, but okay, bro. Just like straight chop and then a random like move up to deliver this like 30 points higher. Okay, next day. Did we get it yet? Okay, still not yet. This is still the all-time high. I know I keep checking, but I just want to make sure. Hold on. There we go. All right. That would be like the main target on a day like this. I know we're sweeping a lot of these highs, but I would just be super bullish toward all-time highs. Unfortunately, though, we're really close. I hope we just don't take it off of open. Okay. Didn't, but let's see if we get anything out of this, though. Maybe it would be nice if we like sweep some lows first. Okay, took out all these lows. We didn't. Oh, sorry, 15-minute. Okay. I mean, a lot of 15-minute lows still. In terms of hourly, I mean, we've tapped this gap twice below, and we haven't pushed lower yet. I mean, if we start rejecting, or sorry, going back up, then I would probably take longs up to the all-time highs. Okay. This is a nice candle. Like, this doesn't look terrible for all-time highs, but news is in like a few minutes, so we're gonna have to unfortunately wait. Bro, I don't know what this price action is now. Come on, give me something, bro. All right, I like that flip back up. This is just kind of choppy though, bro, but I really think we want these all-time highs. It's only like 18 points though, I think is what it was. Yeah, we're not gonna take this trade just because I would want to see more out of this, but this is the idea. All right, yeah, that's the all-time high. Okay, well, rip, we didn't take this, but it's all right. I would rather sit out of a trade that I'm not 100% confident on. I mean, those setups are never going to be perfect. Like I said, sometimes you have to like kind of just disregard some things and just take your setup, but wasn't my favorite, so okay. It was all-time highs, which is a really great draw, I get it, but I wanted to see like I didn't really want to target like 14 points up to all-time highs. I didn't want to get stopped out of a trade like that, so we're at all-time highs now, so we're kind of just like waiting to see a retrace if we want a long pretty much. So let's just go to the 5-minute, see if there's like, I mean, we're going to be really bullish probably. See if there's like any retrace to long off of. Even, bro, 15-minute looks pretty good. 5-minute looks good. Hold on. What's the idea here? This would be taken like basically off the 5-minute chart. And we'd go for like a 1-to-1 into just like the all-time high like area. I mean, we have a retrace into a lot of these gaps and then a nice displacement higher. We'll just try this one. Why not? Actually, maybe I take it back. Hold on. This should be the entry, by the way. So this would be here. I don't know if I want to force this because this PA is mid, but we should be bullish out of this. Okay. We're gonna just close here. I'm not gonna lie. All right, this isn't the best trade. I'm gonna be honest. Like looking back on it, it doesn't look terrible higher time frame, but if you go to the lower time frame, this price action is just not great. Like we were nicely bullish off open, but it just isn't my favorite. I mean, we might deliver higher now, but I didn't really like this. Just want to see if this played out. Yeah, dude, this is like, this would have been an emotional roller coaster if you were in this, bro. This would be rough. Okay, takes the highs now. Yeah, all right. So you could have taken this, but like in hindsight, it doesn't look that good. All right, hindsight is 20/20 though. So, all right, let's see. Where are we, bro? Okay, fat new week opening gap here. We're near all-time highs, or I think we're at all-time highs. But with this gap, I mean, I really would assume we retrace this gap before coming back up to the all-time highs. So even though we're at all-time highs, like this is the one time I'd feel way more bearish until we take this gap. Maybe we want to come higher. So, dude, this price action is kind of trash again, but that's the low there. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to see if there was an entry in here. I mean, there's not really anything special. Maybe this could have been your entry off of this candle, but these candles are just mid. You could have done something like this, but let's just see if go to the 5-minute here. Yeah, it's starting to stop. Okay. We're like 2 weeks in. Like I said, I don't want to like drag out this video super long if it's not necessary. Let's try and get like 1 or 2 more good ones, and then maybe I'll just call it there. All right, so I noticed we haven't filled in this new week opening gap yet, so I'm gonna mark out the bottom of it, but I don't think today, this one day, will push like 200 point closure to the downside on the higher time frame. Let's just see what this gives us here. Okay. I mean, it's showing to be more bearish, but like we still have another 100 points before we take these lows. Is this FOMC? Looks like yes. Okay. I wouldn't be trading this late, and yeah, there's the FOMC. Damn. Okay. Next. All right, we haven't yet like totally filled this new week opening gap, like closed below it, so something to take note of, but we are at all-time highs, so probably gonna be more bullish. I mean, we're retracing these gaps. The candle's starting to reject. If maybe we get a nice trade up to this all-time high right here. Let's see. Go to the 5 minute. Get some better. Oh shit. There we go. All right, it's definitely wanting to come higher. Low key, did we miss the entry? This might have been the entry here. Let's see if we get another retrace, but we definitely choked the entry. Bruh. Dude, sometimes when I'm backtesting, I definitely click like way too fast in the 5 minute, bro. This was the entry here. I mean, targeting the all-time high. I feel like this is pretty clean, pretty clear. You can put your stop loss like down here, 1 to 1.5. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, bro, this would have been the entry. Ripped. Okay, I'm gonna go slower on the next one because I don't want to miss that. That was, I'm not gonna lie, that was a free trade too, bro. All right, go to the 4 hour. This is the all-time high. Maybe we try not to get too greedy with this, because that fat wick. But all right, let's see if what we get out of here. Okay, back on the 5 minutes. All right, we'll slow down this time. See if we get a nice move up here. Damn. I wanted to see a candle, like if this candle would have closed like up here or like this, like at this area, I would have longed that. But okay, maybe we get a small leg down and then go to the next one. Damn. All right, took that out. I really think we want to continue higher, but I'm not going to force this. Like we took all this out already, but like I don't want to force this idea of just going higher, but we are at all-time highs, so this would be the look. 1.5 on this. This would be the idea. Something like this. All right, cooked. Yeah, I don't want to force this. Once we've already taken out the all-time highs, I don't want to like drag it. Okay, please, just one more, bro. Go to the 4 hour here. I mean, again, we're just going to keep targeting this all-time high. Like, there's really no reason not to target the all-time highs up here. We might want to come for something like a smaller draw first, like a different draw first, but there's no reason not to be bullish is what I mean. Okay, just ran straight through that, running through all these gaps. I mean, I'm sure we get an entry long here, hopefully. All right, I feel like we just have to take this, bro. We're just so bullish, and like we're going to set the TP at the all-time high. I feel like I slightly remember this. Set the TP here, stop loss down here, but we're definitely not going to get too greedy with this one because once we take out like this, I feel like it's pretty reasonable to believe that we might slow down some because we are at the all-time highs, but like, bro, these wicks, I'm not liking all these wicks. Like, look how many times we rejected this move. We came up once, this wick started coming lower, came back up here, and then like, I don't know, some top tickers definitely took this off like a rejection block, so I don't know. Okay, bruh, forcing the entry low-key. All right, re-entering this one. I think we just were a little bit too early, but let's try this again. Stop loss down there. All right, revenge trading in the backtesting part again, bro. Okay, off that one, for sure break even. I'm gonna change my TP just to this second high here, just because I don't want to be too greedy with this one. All right. If I was in this, I would definitely just start trailing if I was trying to target this second one, but let's see. Okay, it did end up taking out all of them, it looks like, but like I said, I didn't want to be too greedy with this one. All right, do we end here? We're on the 22nd. I think this is a good place to end the video. I did enter in this one maybe slightly prematurely, but I don't really mind this entry. I guess you could say maybe this isn't perfect because once we take out the break-even point, sometimes it's not like the greatest entry, but we were super bullish here, so I didn't mind this. But I was fine with re-entering this. Like, as you'll see, we got a nicer retrace, and then we inverted this gap. If you peep the 5 minute, we tapped the 5 minute gap, came down, inversed this 1 minute, starting to look like a good higher trade. So I think this is a good place to end the video here. We caught a handful of trades, couple dubs. I think just that one L right now, and then a break even or two. So we'll end it here. I appreciate if you did make it to the end of the video, and if you have any questions about my strategy or trading in general, just comment them below, and I hope to see you in the next video.